it's Brandon Ellis with his music. Let's take it away, Brandon.
All right, guys, welcome to Hit List, where we look at the latest hits that should be on your list, music-wise, of course. Now, I've been blabbering for the past hour or so about Israel, and in Israel, an Israeli soldier friend of mine, Ron, if you're a Harry Potter fan, Ron, he recommended this band to me, the Mercedes Band, not Mercedes-Benz, band, and they combine funk with a sort of garage and even a little hints of country every now and then. So they mix a lot. It's in Hebrew. You're probably not going to understand it, besides Mayar, who's a staff member who understands Hebrew. But it's great music. Music as a language really could speak to a wide range of cultures. Doesn't matter who you are. As long as music is good, that's what's important. And I was going to talk a little bit more about them, but something in the music world just happened and came out of nowhere. Sort of like how the Big Bang Theory happened and made our universe. We have this piece of music from the great Weezer. You see, Weezer released a new album out of nowhere called the Teal album. And Teal, of course, as we know, is a color. And if you know Weezer, you know that their colored albums are some of their best, their biggest deals. Their first album was called the Blue Album, and that is arguably their best album yet. They made, after that, the Green Album, the Red Album, the White Album, and they're releasing the Black Album in March. So that's what we expected. We expected some nice black. I don't want to bring race into this. Black. But out of nowhere, they released another full album, 10 songs. But here's the catch. It's a cover album. So every single song you hear is a cover. And a lot of these songs are from the 80s, from the 70s. You got Benny King. You got Michael Jackson. You got Aha, Take On Me, a classic. Tears for Fears. You got some of the best songs. Mr. Blue Sky, that's a classic. Everyone loves that. Yeah, and of course you got Africa. You got Toto's Africa, which put them on the music charts again. So Africa, when they released it last year, was their first big hit of this decade. And it wasn't even their own song, but they did it so well. And here they have 9 more Africas on this album. Now there's been a lot of minor complaints that these songs are very close to the original. But that is true, but it's still really good, and it's Weezer. You also got TLC, No Scrubs, which is surprisingly really good. Who would have thought? And you got a Black Sabbath song, not sung by Rivers Cuomo, the lead singer. You got the guitarist, which is pretty interesting. So a lot of interesting stuff. The album was produced by the drummer of the band. So if you're a Weezer fan or a fan of some classic songs from the 80s and 70s, check out this album. So it's a Teal album by Weezer, and that's about it. Thank you, Howie.
Great job, Brandon Ellis.